Okay, y'all, this is the front door. Obviously, there's a bad spot here. This is a prone bad spot on all these mobile homes. You've got to do something here, always. These are always rotted out. Didn't help that they took the plastic out from under it. They cut a hole in the bottom of it for some reason. I don't know why, but that ain't helped nothing. So we're gonna have to put up on it and put the plastic back like we did on the other side. But we'll get it. Door's gonna spring. Get something you can get up under it. You can get a lot more leverage on it and get it out easily. Some of these spots are glued and screwed. Where they're glued and screwed, it's extremely hard to get them up. So you hope it's not glued. You're hoping they had a bad day, but you see it's spotted glue at best right here. So that now looks like it's got real glue on it. There's just air blowing in like crazy there. A lot of it probably got to do with there ain't no, there's no plastic there. You got all that moisture and everything going on the bottom of this, which it don't need. You saw how that one was discolored, and I told you that when it gets discolored, it gets weak. That's getting discolored from the bottom, so you can't see it. Makes it even worse. You can't tell what's rotten and what's not. But always the front door is rotten. Just go ahead and assume every one you buy is gonna have a rotten spot on the front door. And if not, you get lucky. But every one that I've ever been in had a soft spot before. I've looked at a bunch of them and buy them. Oh, mine is way. That's a good port though. Maybe put the porta at the same time. Maybe Noel porta.
Aceite nuevo. ¿Solo en esta voy a llegar, va?
Yeah. So that's what we're fighting, man. That one's got screws in it. Screwed up.
Ahí donde estaba todo bien. Ahí donde lo.
Okay, y'all. Nailing up. This thing's got metal supports that come from the frame out to the edges and hold it every once in a while. There happens to be one right there. We can't get plastic over this whole thing because it's metal. So they basically set this floor on top of that metal after that plastic was there. So we took a trash bag, one of them flex trash bag things, and we're nailing it up under there in this spot, and then we use big plastic in that spot because we can go that way. Unless we just want to split that plastic in little pieces and put in there, and you know that ain't gonna be any good. So we use that flex trash bag, thinking it will hold the hefty flex. commercial grade. Getting the nails up now. So this basically, this corridor is done here. He's getting that up, and then he's gonna come over here and do this other side. So he's cleaning out the insulation now. Reached in there and got a hold of something warm and felt different. That piece right there yelled snake and jumped up. Come to find out, it's a piece of carpet. Yep, he was scared to death. Hadn't seen no carpet in this place. He thought the shore snake done got him. He was a little scared. We got to get down there and put new plastic up. It's just crazy. But we'll get it. It's gonna be the last bad spot in the floor. We'll pull out. We'll cut that there. You see that hole that's in there. And you can see that hole that they drilled over there. That's where they was dumping the water out of the that big cooler that was sitting here. So we're gonna cut a half sheet out there and replace it. And that should be the last one we have. So we'll come back when we get a little farther. Done a little mud work in the living room here, y'all. Trying to cover up some screw holes. This is the tricky part, especially when you got a 6-inch trowel there and he's trying to work on 3-inch or 1.5 inch hole. Hitting all these screw holes basically in the middle. We try to keep them light there where we don't have tons of screw holes to work with. But you still gonna have some that you gotta hit. Just trying to get right up close to the box there. It cut a little off, so he's gonna go ahead and do the spackle and work around that box. So all of our exterior walls are closed in at this point. So that's gonna make it easier on us. Gonna try to get that one above there. But like I say, he's got a 6-inch spatula in a 3-inch hole. Maybe we'll help him out here. We got a shim that's got a flat side on it. You go up there. Yeah. You guys can't see nothing. See that? Use whatever you got there. See that? I'm gonna trim that up, clean that up. Basically, use the shim as a spatula, putty knife, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna put a shim back because we did not hurt that shim. Y'all remember that's where that's where it was bolted. It's that hole there. That washer off. That's where they had the bars bolted on the walls in here. We'll fill those holes up. We caulked them from the outside, so they're filled up all the way through and through. Just basically the bolt hole that went through it. So he's filling those in at the same time. And we've got those on all of them here. All the windows have them right there. And right there, it's bolted right through sheetrock. So, you know, that's what he's taking care of. He's going around hitting us. We're gonna take these blinds off, these blind things off. The window things, they'll come off. It'll all be gone. We don't need that kind of stuff up there. That's up to the tenant to put blinds on. You know, if you put too much stuff in these places, like if I put blinds up and put curtains up and all that stuff, number one, it's not gonna match anybody's decor. Number two, when their cat tears them up, they want me to replace them. So it's one of them things, you just keep it simple, stupid. So we're still working in the living room here. It's a living room, dining room, I guess. You would classify what he's working on there. That's gonna be the kitchen window. So we got the wind blowing pretty good here. He's gonna have a problem on, damn fingers, always getting in the way. He's gonna have a problem on that side. The 6-inch spatula in the 2-inch spot. Again. He's getting it slowly but surely. Looking for kitchen cabinets right now. I ain't found none yet. I found a bunch, but I ain't found none I wanted. Basically, I'm trying to find you some used ones somewhere. This mobile home's 20 years old. There's no need to put new cabinets in it. And that's one way we make the housing affordable around here. We don't go out and spend, you know, stupid money on stuff that is not needed. So we can keep the cost down that way. But we'll get back to you here shortly when we get a little further along here. He's stuffing insulation in every one of them's holes, so we don't have to worry about the anything. He's worried about the R value being gone out of the where they drill a hole through the wall. So he keeps stuffing insulation in all the holes. You don't find it like that, people. You just don't find guys to work like that. And that's his own mind. That ain't me telling him nothing. That's him wanting to do the best he can do. That's just crazy. Okay, y'all, we're in the living room and we're trying to patch this hole here. This has always been there. There was a beer box or something over it when we bought the place. Budweiser container or something. If you see right there in the middle, see all them nail holes? Basically, we cut it out square and put a 2x4 behind it. And after we put that 2x4 behind it, we nailed it in with the finish nailer, so you can't see the nail hole. Well, I mean, you can before he puts spackling on it. Now we're going to put spackling on it, and what we have found is use a hard paint roller. Like the paint roller we used last week for painting. The nap on it is kind of stood up a little bit. Run that over that fresh spackling there, and it'll stand it up and make it look like this stuff. That's not a popcorn ceiling, that's more of a knockdown type deal. So anyway, that's what we found works on it. It works the best on it, let's say. So we're gonna smear it out there and get that stuff not too thick but not too thin, where you can get it to stand up. And we're gonna run that roller across it and stand it up and see if we can get it to match. And then we got to put that wood there is missing there. We've got to do it there. We also got to do it on that end, it's missing. So we'll get that. But first we've got to get this to look halfway decent. You're not going to match it perfectly. We're not trying to match it perfectly. Well, in a perfect world we are, but we know that we can't match it perfect. But it comes out pretty close. We've had to do it in a couple spots here. This is where we tried initially. Like there was a big hole right there. And it stood up pretty good, really, in comparison to everything else. This thing had gas, and it had a gas heat there, or vent. So we've got to try it, and that's what we're going to try. We'll come back when we get a little further along here. Y'all, we're still using that Worcester handle. Best thing I did about that thing. That's an old roller. Necesita otro lado. Maybe a Yahweh.
Yeah. Oh.
Simón, güey. Necesita un chiquito. I need a 3-inch roller is what we need. Oh, we got 9-inch. Sí, güey. Es bueno. No más. Here we go, y'all. It's a little more, a little deeper than this, but it's the best we can do with it. So that's what it's gonna be. If you get over here, hey, that's wet, so it's gonna look a little different. It'll dry and shrink a little bit when it dries. And it'll be fun.
All right, we're getting a drywall up in our living room here. It's the last of our constructed walls here.
Last of the drywall.
We've got random wires in the walls that are no longer hooked in. We're tracing out all of the lines, seeing where to go and all of that. Basically, he disconnected a lot of the lines whenever he turned it into the convenience store. So, but drywall's going in. We'll see what the fully constructed wall looks like here in a minute.
Okay, y'all, we're painting the ceiling in here. Looking good. That's before the paint. That's after the paint. Nice and clean. Cleaning it up, making it look good. This is gonna be one coat coverage on this one. Coming right on through it though. Nice and slow and easy. Getting it done. We'll have to get up here and trim it out. Get it all looking good. He's getting it though. Cleaned up a lot of the trash in here and moved it around. Got it out of our way. Okay, y'all, we're still painting on the ceiling here. Getting it trimmed out, getting it looking good. Nice and trimmed up. Got the ceilings in the wall now. Going back and touching up and wiping down when it needs to wipe down. And get the excess off. Sometimes it's easier to do that than paint it. Than tape it. So, got a little water on the rag. Getting the stuff off there that it needs to. And getting it done. It's it's looking good. I mean, y'all can't really tell nothing, I don't believe, but we're getting there slowly but surely. All that side's been painted. It's all looking good. Okay, y'all, we're putting up a couple more pieces of trim here to cover that corner. The same thing that the factory did there, you can tell there. And over there, they do it in all the corners. You just stick a piece in there so you don't have to be perfectly straight. But that's what we're doing in the living room. He's getting the mud done on that wall there, getting it mudded up, getting it looking good, getting the screw holes finished. So we're getting that knocked out. And he's already mudded this wall over here where he needed to and get it ready. So just about done with the mud. Then we gotta sand it and start painting it, and we'll be good. Getting the paint ready. Y'all, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel. This one's getting too long. We're gonna cut it right here. We'll be back in just a little bit with the rest of this. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't subscribed to the channel if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.